Welcome back to Coffee Farm, everybody. Unfortunately, coffee beans are no longer worth it thanks to a recent sunflower subsidy. So today, we're going to start from scratch with a new crop. And, I say start from scratch, but no one can ever force me to go back to the time before sprinklers, scarecrows, and my tractor. So we're keeping our equipment, but we're going to start with a single sunflower seed, bought from Joja Mart, of course, since Pierre has some irrational hatred for sunflowers and charges more for that one seed in particular. I don't know why, but I'd like to hear your theories in the comments. Anyway, the name of the game is sunflowers today. We're going to start with one sunflower and see where we get in 2 years. Sunflowers are a bit like coffee in that they can produce more sunflower seeds when you harvest them. The difference is that it's not a guarantee. I don't know the exact math, but the wiki says you should expect to receive seeds in the amount of about 75 to 90% of the flowers you harvest. If we don't get enough money to buy a second sunflower, then we'll have to start over. Or not, I don't know. The fact that this video is out means that past me probably had a plan because here I am writing a script. The first day on the farm was prep work, and it was glorious. Till one little spot, plant my seed, water it, and go to bed. The thing about sunflowers is that they take 8 days to grow. Now, I have some kind of weird problem with the clock in my head, so I have to have like a calendar in front of me to know what that actually means for the harvest date, and I didn't have one for this recording, so I just went outside when it got closer. Look at that beautiful little plant. He's just doing his best. We'll come back tomorrow. It's our first sunflower harvest, and, importantly, I got a seed. But only one, and a gold sunflower. So we'll plant that seed. And I guess maybe we'll sell that sunflower soon. I don't know. Let's go back to bed. I'm really happy that I decorated this little house for Coffee Farm because otherwise it would have been even more depressing spending all of my time in this challenge sleeping. I seriously went to bed after like 3 minutes into each day, at the latest. Oh, listen to me, drone. It's almost time for another harvest. Look, another sunflower. We're going to be rich. But I think we're gonna have some problems trying to get to the level of our coffee production. So this is where I had to make an executive decision. Give up and throw my concept in the garbage like I do with about a third of my terrible ideas, or go sell the flowers and try to keep going. I had originally wanted to keep all my flowers, but that was obviously naive. So it was off to Pierre's to sell him the flowers so I could turn around and not buy seeds from Pierre, because seriously, why is it cheaper to go to Joja? Anyway, I had enough money for 2 seeds. My next harvest was a bountiful one. 3 seeds from 2 flowers. This is the kind of luck I needed if we were going to get anywhere in this challenge. After I sold the flowers to Pierre and bought more seeds from Joja, I had 8 to put in the ground this time. Just like the coffee beans, this was exponential growth. It was just taking a little longer to ramp up. Also, the sunflowers don't regrow, and we only had enough time for one more harvest before we'd have to shut it down for the season, and I would just go into hibernation until next summer. The final harvest of year 1 was a fabulous affair. We got 10 seeds from 8 flowers, so I was trending ahead of the math. Unfortunately, there was just not enough time left in the month for another harvest, so I threw my flowers into the bin for a grand total of just 880 gold, pathetic, and took myself a long nap.
2,000 years later.
Summer was finally here again, and so was Kent, and I couldn't skip his dialogue. And also, my farm looked like a mess. I can kind of understand why the farm looks so bad when you first get here. Like, it's a lot of work to keep this place from getting disgusting. If I do another challenge like this in the future, I'll definitely get a gold clock first. Anyway, I went to Pierre's straight away in the morning, then I stopped myself and thought, why am I here? Then I made the correct choice and went to Joja instead and bought 7 more sunflower seeds. This was going to be my year. I could feel it. This year I had 17 starter crops. Surely that would amount to something. But first, I needed a little nap. Planting 17 seeds was a lot of hard work. On summer 7th, even though it wasn't harvest day, I was starting to get tired of seeing the spreading weeds dialogue pop up every morning, so I took the tractor out to clear up the land, and oh my gosh, it's a disaster out here. I wonder if Grandpa just hid in his house because the farm was too intimidating to manage. I honestly wouldn't blame him. A couple days later, my first crop of the season was ready to harvest. I got 16 seeds, so just 1 less than I planted, and obviously we had flowers to sell as well. It was time for a mad dash to Pierre's, where I made 1,800 gold this time. Goodness gracious, I am rolling in it. That was enough for 14 more seeds at Joja Mart. I wonder how Pierre feels when I walk in and sell him stuff, then just leave without talking to him or buying anything. I hope it hurts his feelings. At home, I planted and watered my next round of seeds, and then it was off to bed for me. 8 days later, it was harvest time. I ended up getting 31 seeds this time. We are doing really, really well on the seed RNG. And of course, plenty of flowers to sell. It's a Wednesday today though, so I just chucked them in the bin and went to sleep. I wouldn't be able to sell flowers to Pierre, and I don't want to split up my harvest days. I'm just too lazy for that. Plus, we have a bunch of dead time at the end of fall anyway. That night, I made over 3,200 gold. I am rich. I mean, not compared to coffee money or literally anything else, but compared to the beginning of the challenge, I was doing quite well. The next day, I cleared my land and purchased more seeds from Joja. I was up to 57 seeds for this round of planting, and I was actually feeling pretty good about it. What didn't feel good was seeing all the grass and debris all over the farm. That was actually quite sad. Like, my paths are gone, sprinklers, oh my gosh. I felt like a failure, in a way. Anyway, off to bed. This time the harvest was in a thunderstorm, which was quite dramatic. I got 52 seeds from my 57 flowers, so not bad. It was shaping up to be a good season. I followed tradition here and sold my flowers to Pierre to buy more seeds from Joja. On the way home from shopping, I stopped to introduce myself to one of the locals, since I haven't really talked to anyone in 2 years, I think, actually. Oh, Kent. I talked to Kent. Anyway, Shane made me cry. The next harvest was where things started to get out of hand. I harvested exactly 100 flowers and received exactly 100 seeds. Neat. But once I sold those flowers, I would be able to buy a ton more seeds too. I got an additional 85 seeds from Joja, then begrudgingly cleaned up my farm a little bit again. Isn't it ridiculous that spreading weeds can destroy your iridium sprinklers? That made me so sad. Thankfully, Grandpa left me like 100, 1,000, 10,000, I don't know. But still, has that happened to anyone? I would actually cry. During the next harvest day, I turned on Harvest with Scythe because, honestly, I'm just kind of lazy these days, and I struggle to play this game legitimately. However, I harvested 185 flowers and got 193 seeds. I'm telling you, the math is wrong on the wiki. Or I'm just lucky. About halfway through my day here, walking around and tilling and watering the earth, I remembered that I have a tractor. What am I doing here? Anyway, I planted 347 sunflowers, and this was going to be for the last harvest of the season. On the 22nd of fall, year 2, I stepped outside for my final sunflower harvest, and I saw that it was raining. I kind of wanted it to be sunny for a nice screenshot, so I went back to bed. On the 23rd of fall, year 2, I finally harvested my last set of sunflowers, but not before taking some quick selfies. Okay, there we go. I busted out the tractor for this one, and I got 340 seeds compared to the 347 flowers that we harvested. Not bad. Because it was going to be a long time before I had to plant anything again, I threw them in the bin for shipping and I went straight to bed. They were worth over 36,000 gold. Holy crap, that's terrible for 2 years worth of work. I decided to sleep until the next summer, but then Grandpa showed up. He came to admire my handiwork. What do you think, Grandpa? Pretty cool, huh? He said, "It seems like I tried my best." Oh.